بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على خاتم الأنبياء وسيد المرسلين محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. Okay, in my sixth video regarding secularism or studies in secularism, we found that we were wrong from derived secularism from science and experiment only, because science itself does not admit a science or a science without the other leg, science with two legs or with two eyes. So here we could say that through our secularism we have a crippled secularism, we have a crippled knowledge. Knowledge only count on sensations. And actually, we have science, we have knowledge. Knowledge, it's a word counting science, the word with science. So knowledge is an expanding criteria for how we know things. Include knowledge, we have science. So science is part of knowledge. Counting only in science, here that's ruled out, or that's exclude out the rest of knowledge. We know that we fall in love. Have we ever seen love? No, we are not see it, we feel it. So we should trust our feelings, and we should apply our feelings and regarding science. So we have something like psychology or sociology. All these sciences or human sciences used or count numbers, count science, count models here. And this is what, from my point of view, I do believe it's give us a crippled knowledge, because a human behavior not always count on numbers or in models or in directions. So if we consider knowledge without science, we have anything other than science have values. Things have values, and throughout its values it will shape its descriptions. So how come in this modern era we have the portion control over the whole? Here, this is what we found in science controlling knowledge nowadays, and this is why we suffering from this materialism, from a dry life. We have it all over the world. So we could reach this result, this conclusion's main goal of secularism is denying any relationship between religion and knowledge. In spite of the fact some goals look very bright for secularism, like equality between people. Okay, we could use equality without a need for secularism, without denying the God existence. This is how things should go here. Science itself is not able to give us a reality or the nature of things. Let me give you an example about that. Science and photons. Photons are the light particles. It's a tiny particle, does not have mass. So this is strange things happen. How we have electrons come throughout material when we're shining light on it. Photoelectric effect. This experiment known as a photoelectric effect. Here in science, we draw models. Science uses models, does not use facts. We use models. And models how we are able to manipulate nature, manipulate numbers, and included in our equations, included in our experiment to give us a result. Actually, no one are able to see photons. No one are able to describe it. We only draw a model for it, and we apply our model, and it's give us a result. It give us, and it's considered to be the main source of electron come out of metals. This is how we give it a meaning. So science does not always interact with reality or with facts. No, sometimes we must, and science give us models and trying to play in numbers and play in anything we have to give us a result. So how come we could consider science the main source of knowledge and of our modernization in this era? No, there's something wrong. So we must consider science as a weapon. There's only one weapon for knowledge. Knowledge has many weapons. One of them was God sending prophet to us, prophet to explain us how things work, how things goes. Only count in sciences that make world unbalanced world actually. So if we are comparing between science and philosophy too. Philosophy, how Greek uses too. Greek only count in what they see, and they only explain it without any experiment. And that's last for many centuries. And after that, we have the Muslim nation, Islam nations. They transformed this philosophy and turned from only explaining things without any proof. They use experiment to prove it. And we have the creation of science. After that, we have Western nations use these conclusions about how we turn philosophy to the science and how it's make things. We have, after we use science, we have industrialization. We have a renaissance in industrialization, and throughout this industrializations, we have what we know as the colonial period all over the world. Sometimes some people they said that some nation use secularism to put its own agenda on other nations, and how it's used by creating a new markets for its goods. So what? Let us here just concentrate in the science as a weapon of science not able to explain death, life after death or not. They're trying to answer it. So for now, we have to deny we have life after death, unless we are able to prove it. So I think. I do believe we are not able to prove any life because we are, as a humanity, not able to understand everything around us. So experiment fail and give us a real result and explain everything regarding our life. This is how we must look to things and how we have to weight people and weight things here. Science to use the result. Something. Let me give you an explanation and explain an example here. If we have a light here, light in this prism, okay, perpendicular to the prism, light, it will come over these things. It will go straight. why light does not bend, despite the fact if we put it here, we have a bending in light direction, and here it goes straight. It is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. We are not able to explain it. Why? We're not able to explain why if we're shining light, why if we shining light parallel in prism, light does not bend. Could you give me an explanation, a real explanation for it? Just describe it, because you could say that, okay, it is it's perpendicular to the surface, so it goes straight. Okay, does that consider to be an explanation? No, most science only use the result, does not know why it's happened. We use the result and we described what is happening, but we are not able to describe it. So science, we have a fake science somehow, but we have people who are able to distribute their knowledge, distribute their science result, and we start call it as science, but the fact it does not belong to the science, which means we are how we are, or we explain things really, and how we explain what's happening really. So this is enough for this video. I hope you will stay with me for a few next videos regarding studies in secularism. Thank you all. Goodbye. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.